Well, good evening. Anyone who's tuned in early, this is just me testing to see if it's working. Now, if you're either on Facebook or on YouTube, hopefully you should have some sort of chat function available. And that will be... Well, good evening. Anyone who's tuned in early, this is just me testing to see if it's working. That's working now. Yes, you should have some chat function available. It'll be either to the side or underneath if you're on YouTube, and I think on Facebook it's always underneath. And if you chat on that, the messages should appear above me. This is just me testing to see if it's working. That's working now. So if anyone is there and can see that chat function, it'd be worth just saying hello in it, just so I can see if it is actually working or not. Just as soon as anyone's actually bothering to watch for a moment. So if you just tuned in, hopefully Christian Aid will be going live about past, and we should be able to get their live stream appearing where the logo is now. And then with any luck, we'll be able to try and answer some of those questions together. And the way we'll do the answering essay is through the chat function, both Facebook chat and YouTube chat. It's not the comment section, it's the chat bit. So be careful not to get confused between the two of them. There'll be a comment options, I think, right at the bottom, and then usually to the side of the broadcast, or underneath the broadcast, there is a chat box. And oh, we have a chat. Fantastic. We've got some Arnolds. Brilliant. Now, since you're there, am I sounding a right sort of volume, or am I too loud or too quiet? And what have you got as your name? Super XL Gaming. Fantastic. Let's assume that that's a right sort of volume as well. Brilliant. I think we've got a few people watching. Ah, brilliant. John and Anne, fantastic. So though you guys are YouTube watchers, I wonder if anyone's been Facebook yet. Oh, we have a Foden, brilliant. So we've got Facebook and YouTube chat all coming together, brilliant. So let me just explain a bit about how this is hopefully going to work. I say we've got the chat function up there, and that turns out is really, really, really important, because tonight's Christian Aid quiz is themed around Harry Potter. I have no idea about anything to do with Harry Potter. I think, well, I know the broomstick is called Nimbus because loads of people ask me whether I'm a Harry Potter fan, and did I name my dog after after Harry Potter, to which the answer is no. And I know the first book is for Harry, no, is the Philosopher's Stone, and that's my entire knowledge of Harry Potter. So, during the Harry Potter round, basically we'll try and answer the questions together. You'll also get the second comedy feature for the night, which will be my spelling. So basically, as we go through the quiz, the way we've been doing it previously is they run through all the questions and then give you the answers at the end. So to keep track of our answers, where's it gone? Answer screen. I've got something to type the answers into there. However, unfortunately, whether I'll be able to spell the answers is an entirely different question. So let's just see how that goes. So if anyone has just joined onto the streams, you should be able to have a chat function either in Facebook or on YouTube, and basically whatever you chat on there will come up on the screen. So we'll see what happens. Now I'm just going to refresh the Christian Aid page and see if they're started yet. I think it's a fairly sort of relaxed quiz and whatnot. It's I don't know if anyone's tuned in to any of the other nights that they've been running it, but it seemed pretty good fun and stuff. Oh, volume's too quiet for you guys. So I'm showing the middle of the yellow here, which I think is a sort of loudish, but I shall notch it up a touch. If I'm blurting anyone else's ears out, then say that, and if that means that John and I will need to turn up the volume at their end. Let me answers disappear. There we go. Brilliant. You guys know about Harry Potter. Fantastic. Oh, you know nothing about Harry Potter. this could be a very embarrassing quiz if no one in the church knows anything about Harry Potter. Sue Waterston, I think, is a Harry Potter fan. I wonder if she's going to log on for it. I think she knows scary amounts about Harry Potter. So, have we got a quiz going on yet? Well, it's saying upcoming live video, so I've definitely not forgotten. But they may all be starting dead on time. Fantastic. Now, how many people are watching? So this is all still a little bit new to me. But I know one thing I can do is to stop the sort of a mouse doing the annoying sort of over the top thing. Well, at least I think it's annoying over the top thing. Except I may have now just stopped the Facebook from working. Let me try. There we go. That's it back again. So I'm still getting used how to work all this. Right, nothing on Facebook just yet. Excellent. So I say I've no idea how tonight will go, but previous nights have seen pretty fun quizzes and stuff. So again, not ones I've known many answers to. But if this works out sort of well and fun and stuff, there's probably other things we could do as sort of the interactive chat type stuff that's not quite as sort of that's just a bit more sort of fun than a sort of straightforward Zoom meeting and whatnot. Though it turns out there are some incredibly fun things you can do on Zoom. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but there's a farm that is hiring out their goats for Zoom meetings. So you can pay something like £5 as a sort of donation to the goat feed or whatever it is, and you get a goat to come into your Zoom call for you, which sounds absolutely fantastic. I was very tempted to rent a goat for chapter, but I think the bishop's going for the next chapter, so that's possibly not a good idea. Just when we get to sort of answering questions and whatnot, there's something like a sort of 2 or 3 second delay on the chats appearing on the screen and all that sort of thing. So be prepared for that. It's got to do a lot of bouncing around different servers and stuff, but I'm sure we'll survive. Right. Christian Aid, are we going live yet? Last night's Christian Aid quiz was presented by Bloke in a Bow Tie, so I do feel a little bit underdressed, but there we go. Oh, I've got a cat. Oh no, that's the animal. I see. If we'd done this on Friday night, we could have animals, musicians, and cryptic. What's that? So we had tomorrow's politics, sport, food and drink, and then Friday is animals, musicals. That could be good or bad, and cryptic. That's better not be cryptic crossword. Oh, it's all right. I did a colour test on this jumper. It's all right. They're nearly the same red, but not quite. So because I think I was explaining on Sunday, it's so that all the different, whether you're doing live footage or recorded footage or different settings and stuff, if I've got a nice red, then I can sort of match all the colours easily. Though, actually, I do still have the jumpers down here from the notice slot the other day. So I could, if push comes to shove, get into the obligatory red jumper. But this is reddish. It's close enough. And I think, oh dear, yeah. I think Nimbus has been using this jumper as a bed. It's got an awful lot of white fur on it. Yes, is that your doggy bed, Nimbus? Do you want to come up? Right. Now, Nimbus, do you know anything about Harry Potter? I suspect not. Right, do you want to go back in your chair over there? There we go. You can sit on the jumper and we'll be fine. Hello, Colin. And hello, Dorothy. Right. Now, hopefully, Christian Aid will be going live any minute. That's last night's quiz. That was for prayers this morning. Right. Let's try refreshing. And we shall see what happens. So I think they do a few different rounds. There's the Harry Potter one, there's some other ones, there's also general purpose, not general purpose, general knowledge, you know, one of those sort of things. Plus whatever else comes along, really. They look like they've gone live.
A very warm welcome to you, wherever you've joined us from this evening. It would be great to know who's here, who's joining us, where you're from. It would be great to know whether you've got teams lined up, whether you've got a name for your team or not. So please let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. That's really important because I want to know that I'm reaching everybody.
Right, so the Christian Aid thing has gone live.
My name is David.
It'd be great to know if people can hear Christian Aid on our website or not.
The Christian Aid Wales team. And I'm broadcasting this evening from a little village called Bryn Shenkin on the south coast of Anglesey in northwest Wales, where we have had some beautiful weather over the past 7 weeks, actually, during the lockdown. It's been quite strange. We're in a village that's next door to the village that's called Llanfair Pwll Gwyngyll Goger a Chwym Droffw Llantysilio Gogogoch. So if you can spell that correctly in the comment box, then I would love to hear from you. There's an extra point. There's an extra point in the quiz this evening if you can manage that. Now then, we have a Mrs. Helen Roberts. I think she might be married to somebody who's hosting the quiz. She says she can hear me. Hello from Clara, Isaac and Rachel in Whitstable. This is Sammy Cooper, who's on her own tonight.
I think Bonnie
Sorry to hear that, Sammy.
Sure,
you'll do really well, nonetheless. Warm welcome to everybody.
Let me turn down the Christian Aid chat a second.
Christian Aid Week is having to be done very differently this year, as we all know.
Maybe not, because you're doing Singapore.
We're not able to do the face-to-face stuff that we have been able to do over so many years. But that doesn't mean that some amazing people haven't been able to do some amazing things for Christian Aid Week. And in particular, there's a young lad from Cardiff called Finley. He's 7 years old, Finley French, and he's been running a marathon. He's been doing it in stages every other day, and I think today he completed his marathon. So amazing effort from Finley there from Cardiff. Then apparently there's a bishop, I'm presuming somewhere in England. There's a bishop who's dancing with his daughter. He's dancing with his daughter. He's on TikTok. Well, he's on something anyway. And then in Northern Ireland, across the water from here, very close to Anglesey, there is a young lady called Leah McCourt. Now, Leah is an MMA star. MMA stands for Mixed Martial Arts. And I had to Google that this morning. I Googled Leah and her MMA work, and it's very close to kickboxing as far as I can see. But Leah is doing 10,000 reps of a 15 kilogram bag. So she's lifting a 15 kilogram bag 10,000 times. That's amazing.
That is an awful lot. Now, I'm just going to turn down the Christian Aid feed for a second, just to just explain a little bit about what we're doing here. Great to see so many people online. What we'll do is, I think Christian Aid quiz will start properly in about sort of 5 minutes. Maybe doing a little bit of sort of news at the start, just while people log on. I say I'm useless at quizzes, so please do help with the answers. And then as we decide what the answers are, we'll sort of type them in the box that's on the screen there called round 1. And you'll get the added comedy bonus of my spelling. And we'll just go and see how we go. Let me turn up Christian Aid again, and we'll see how we go.
North East Lincolnshire. Alison from Eccles, first time. Welcome, Alison. Great to have you with us this evening. Hope you do well. This is your first time on our quiz. We've been having a quiz every evening, as some of you will know. And tomorrow evening, there's a round on politics tomorrow evening.
That'll be
so
fun.
If you're good at politics, come back tomorrow. Then on Friday, there's a round on theatre and musicals. So if musicals are your thing, you might want to turn up on Friday. And then on Saturday, there is a current-ish affairs round. That's what it says on my paper here. Current-ish, and ish is in brackets. Current-ish affairs. That sounds like history to me. But we'll have to wait and see until Saturday. But tonight is very special because we have a round on Harry Potter. And I believe lots of people have been looking forward to the Harry Potter round. Who else have we got with us this evening? Trish from Kent. Hi, Trish. And Janet.
I wonder, Bonnie, if you're online, could you just put a little message into the Facebook chat of the Christianity Explored page? I don't know if you can do it sort of on behalf of St Mary's because you've got the button for it. It's just to let them know what we're doing. I would try and do it myself, but I don't want to sort of push the wrong button and send the whole thing closing. So, Bonnie, if you can message me up, be great.
I want to encourage you to do so. Do it now. Do it now. There's a button on the page somewhere that you're looking at. So please donate what you're able to, because the need is still great. The coronavirus may have stopped many, many things in our country, but it hasn't stopped poverty around the world. So, for example, there's a massive refugee camp, as you probably know, in Cox's Bazar in Bangladesh, where 850,000 people, can you imagine that? 850,000 people. It's only 3 million people living in the whole of Wales. So that's almost a third of the population of Wales in this massive refugee camp in Cox's Bazar. And Christian Aid is working in one of the camps in that area where 50,000 people are living, cheek by jowl, bound to be. And one amazing fact about this particular camp. 1/3 of the households there, 1/3 of the households, imagine this, have no soap. And when we consider how important it is to wash our hands in order to stop the spread of the coronavirus, imagine you just can't do it without soap. And yet 1/3 of the households there have no soap. Please, please, would you donate as much as you can this evening? £4, just £4 will buy a jerry can for a family to hold water to help them do the washing that is so necessary to stave off the virus. So please donate what you can and do it now. Use the button on the page to do so. So, shall we get started with our quiz? Is that a good
Fantastic.
idea? Is that a good idea? We're going to start with the general knowledge round. Are we ready? Are we ready?
We are.
General knowledge round. First question. True or false? True or false? There's a McDonald's on every continent. Is that true or is that false?
Is there a McDonald's in the
McDonald's
Antarctic?
On
That's
every
probably the question.
continent.
I can't believe.
Quite handy if
they'd-
you're a traveller, wouldn't it? Is there a McDonald's on every continent?
Well, I'm going to say false
Question
on
number
that,
two.
unless anyone else says otherwise.
How many colours are there in the rainbow? How many
Ooh.
colours are there in the rainbow? We've all seen the rainbows.
Who
They've
can
been
count
appearing
colours?
to celebrate and thank all
I
our
think true do
care
it.
workers in the NHS at the moment. The rainbow's become a very important symbol.
Red
Well,
and
how many
yellow and
colours are
pink
there
and
in the
green,
rainbow?
orange, purple and blue. Except purple's
That's
not really a
question two.
colour. Shall we go for 7?
Question 3.
Let's go for 7.
Question 3. If I'm going too quickly, please tell me in the comments box.
7. Someone knew
Question
that straight
3.
away. Excellent.
Which singing voice is the highest pitch?
We've definitely got a delay
out of
going on
these
here,
three.
so that's fine.
Right?
Singing question.
Which
We can
singing
get that.
voice is the highest pitch out of these 3? Is it tenor? Is it soprano? Or is it baritone?
Well, that one we do know.
Which is
Definitely
the highest
soprano,
pitch
but I can't spell
out
soprano.
of those 3?
Okay, let's do sop. Let's
Tenor, soprano, or baritone?
see. Soprano
That's
or
question
soprano?
3.
Who knows?
Question 4.
Oh,
Let's go to question 4.
soprano. Fantastic.
Who was the first man to walk on the moon? Who was the first man to walk on the moon? 3 men went up, did they not? 3 men went up. 2 men actually walked on the moon. What happened to the third then? I mean, why would you go all the way up to the moon and not get out of your little spacecraft and walk on the surface?
Neil
I
Armstrong.
really don't understand that.
There we go.
But never mind. The question is, who was the
N.
first man to walk on
N-E-I-L.
the moon? That's question number 4.
Fantastic.
Shall we move on to number 5? Which country's flag has a cedar tree on it? Which country's flag
I'm
has a
gonna say
cedar tree on it?
Lebanon, but that's purely because I think the cedars of Lebanon is sort of a kind of a biblical
That's
thing.
question number 5. A cedar tree.
It must
Which
be
country?
something around that world, presumably.
Shall
Or
we
is the
move to
cedars
question
of
6?
Lebanon just a memory?
Question 6 is this. What was the original
Lebanon.
name
Okay, we've got Lebanon.
of Hamley's toy shop? Very famous toy shop, Hamley's. Well, it appears it wasn't
never
always
heard.
called Hamley's.
Is that the
What
London
was its
one?
original name? You have a choice of 4.
Ooh.
Nativity Toys, Noah's Ark, The Toy Chest, or Toys, Toys, Toys. Hamley's Toy Shop. What was it originally called?
I have no idea.
Was it Nativity Toys? Was it Noah's Ark? Was it The Toy Chest? Or was it Toys, Toys, Toys? Any ideas? Question 7.
I know. Oh dear.
Question 7.
Going fast.
What do
Hanley's Toy
these
Shop.
3 words have in common?
Anyone know anything about
What do
Hanley's Toy
these
Shop?
3 words have in common?
Noah's Ark.
Rotavator. Deified. Kayak. Those 3 words, what do they have in common? Rotavator. Deified. Kayak. Any ideas? What do they have in common?
I have no idea about.
Rotavator, deified, and kayak.
Is this middle word deified?
Question
Rotavated,
8.
deified kayak.
Question 8. Marie Curie, the physicist who invented the X-ray and the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. Where was she from? Which native? Which country was she a native of? Which country? Was it Britain?
Palindromes.
Was it Italy? Was it the Netherlands? Or was it Poland?
Someone's very
Marie
clever.
Curie, famous scientist who won the Nobel Prize. She was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. Where was she from originally? Britain, Italy, the Netherlands, or Poland? That's question 8. We're coming close to the end of our first round of general knowledge. Question 9. Question 9 coming up. In which sport
Or Poland.
would you
Poland or
use
France? Hang on.
a mashi niblick?
You've got 2 for
I hope I
Poland
pronounced that
and 1 for
correctly.
France.
In
Ooh.
which sport
Honours even on
would
Poland
you
and France.
use a mashi niblick?
3 up for Poland. Mushroom niblick.
Any ideas? Which sport
No Poland.
would you use a
So we've got-
mashi niblick?
Oh, more Poland. We've got an anti-Poland, well not an anti-Poland, a no Poland, or sort of counteract
Now
Poland, or France.
our
More
final
Poland?
question for this round.
Let's try Poland.
What is the name of the Director General of the World Health Organization?
Oh, you should probably know that, but I don't. Right, golf.
The Director General of the World Health Organization. What's his name? What's his name? He's in the news
Oh.
quite a lot at the moment because of the coronavirus. So that's a very topical question that our question poser has given us. What's his name?
I have
The
no
Director
idea.
General of the World Health Organization. Now then, I'm noticing a comment, somebody really clever joining us for the quiz this evening. Mr. John Sharp for question 2, which is the question about the rainbow. Mr. John Sharp says this: do you want the real physics answer, okay, or the incorrect little kids answer? I'm going to go for the little kids answer, John. Is that okay? I think we'll go with that this evening. How many colours are there in the rainbow? It's certainly the only answer I know this evening. So let's go with that, I think. So we've done our first round. That's our general.
Have we got anyone who
knowledge
knows the name
round
of the
this
doctor?
evening.
I assume he's a doctor.
And,
You'd expect a sort of head of a World,
you've done well.
World Organisation of
I'll
Health.
give you the
being a
answers
doctor.
after round 2. Are we ready
Good
for
grief,
round
I
2?
can't spell that.
This is the
Ted
geography round.
Ross.
Geography.
Dr. Ted.
Question 11. True or false? The capital of Brazil is Rio de
Oh,
Janeiro.
dear. Hang on.
The capital of Brazil
Right.
is Rio de Janeiro.
Round
Is
2.
that true or is that false? The capital of Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Question 12.
Rio.
In
Yeah,
which
must be
London
Brazil.
park can you visit London Zoo?
False is
In
Brasilia.
which London park
All right.
can you visit
I've never heard of Brasilia.
London Zoo?
Is Brasilia really a place?
That's question 12.
I've never even heard of Brasilia. Right.
How many people from London competing this evening? You've got a bit of an edge there, I think.
Oh,
Question
okay.
13.
Brasilia. Was that a place that was custom built
In
or
which
something
British county
by some
can
architects
you
of a
find
whole?
Bethlehem?
Oh, hang on.
Mm.
Right.
In which British county can you find Bethlehem?
Right. We've got ourselves behind. I
that a
forgot
trick
what question 2 is. Regent's Park.
Bethlehem.
Oh, that's the zoo question,
Which
wasn't
county
it?
is
Right.
Bethlehem in?
Regent's Park.
Question 14. Which city of the 4 I'm going to name, which city is the furthest south in the world? Which city is the furthest south in the world? Of these four, is it Havana? Is it Riyadh,
Middlesex.
Shanghai, or Delhi? Which is the furthest south of these four cities? Let me read them again for you. Havana, Riyadh, Shanghai, and Delhi. Which is the furthest south city?
I have no idea.
Furthest south city.
Like, it's all a bit funny because maps are weird.
Havana, Riyadh, Shanghai, or Delhi?
I suppose Shanghai, yeah, because Shanghai's right at the bottom of
Question
China,
15.
isn't it?
Question 15. Which river in the world
Right.
passes through or touches the border of the most countries? So a river that passes through countries or touches the borders of countries, which river does that most? Is it
Havana
the
or
Mississippi?
Shanghai? Shanghai,
Is it
says
the
Graham.
Danube?
Seeing slightly more Shanghai
Or the
going on
Nile?
there.
Or the Ganges? Which river in the world passes through or touches the border of the most countries? The Mississippi, the Danube, the Nile, or the Ganges? Question 16. Shall we move on to 16?
Oh,
Which sea separates Croatia
I've got to renumber.
and Italy? Which sea separates Croatia and Italy?
That's
Any
the...
ideas?
Oh, begins with A.
Question 17. How many US states begin with the letter A? How many US states begin with the letter A?
Alabama, Alaska.
I'll give you some time to think about those.
Yeah, definitely give us some time to think about
How
those.
many of them begin with the letter A?
Right.
We're cracking through these questions at a pace. If I'm going too quick, please tell me. Give you a little time for this one
Definitely
to
going too
work
quick
this
for
one
me.
out.
Okay, Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas.
How many states begin with the letter?
What's the fourth one though?
Question 18.
I need to get
Question
not
18.
question 18 yet.
New Zealand is part of which continent? New Zealand is part of which continent?
I'm still trying. New Zealand's Oceania. Yeah, I got Arkansas. Got.
Question 19.
They don't go to 19 already.
Which capital
Arkansas,
of the four that I'm going to name, which capital city
Alabama,
is at the
Alaska,
highest
Arizona, and
altitude
Arkansas. That's for
in the
one.
world?
Definitely for them. Right.
Is it Paris, Quito, La Paz, or Edinburgh? Which of those is at the highest altitude in the world? Paris, Quito, La Paz, or Edinburgh? The highest.
Well, it can't be Edinburgh because that's basically at sea level.
Question 20. Question 20. And the final question of our second round. To the nearest kilometre, how deep is the deepest part of the ocean?
Oh.
How deep is the deepest part of the ocean, known as the Mariana Trench?
I know it's a lot deeper
Is
than
it
Everest is. Think about 20 kilometres.
6 kilometres,
More than that.
11 kilometres,
More than that.
16 kilometres,
Possible.
or 26?
I've got a feeling it's 26. Edinburgh's not. Is Edinburgh
The
a big hill?
deepest part of the
I suppose the
ocean,
castle's on a big hill,
known
isn't
as
it?
the Mariana Trench. To the nearest kilometre,
Okay.
is it 6 kilometres, 11
Mariana Trench,
kilometres,
I'm sure I remember
16
some random
kilometres,
YouTube video
or
saying
26
something kilometres. So
kilometres?
let's go 26 kilometres for the Mariana Trench, unless someone says that.
That's the final question of your second
What about
round
this city then?
this evening.
Edinburgh's on a hill,
Before
but
we
it's
go to the
also by the
answers, I
sea,
want
isn't
to
it? Or very near
remind
to
you
the sea.
again of why we're here, why we're doing this quiz, the importance of raising money
I don't even know
for
where
Christian
Quito
Aid,
is. Quito?
so that we can carry on doing the work that we're doing around the world, and especially during this particularly dangerous time when the coronavirus is hitting our world. We know how much suffering there is in our own country, in our own communities, but if it really got hold of some of the countries that we are working in across the world, where there is so little in terms of healthcare, where there is poverty at levels we could never imagine, then they will need so much help in terms of healthcare, even most basic of things, soap and water, and education as to how to socially isolate and so on. This work is crucial in many parts of the world, and especially in some of the refugee camps in some of the countries that Christian Aid is working in.
So we're getting a
at the
mixture on
moment.
the...
So please, if you feel that you can donate this evening, please do so. Please do it now. Use the
Quito,
donate
you
button
get
on the
altitude
page.
sickness.
That's a very easy
Okay.
way of doing it.
That sounds good.
And we would be really grateful for every pound, every
Now-
penny that we receive.
So I don't know what that Paz is. So
How's it going on?
Right, let's do a quick whatnot. So we need a decision on this Bethlehem place. We've got options are Middlesex, Yorkshire, or on Middlesex, Yorkshire, or Cornwall. Anyone to give a final option on Bethlehem? I can't imagine why you call somewhere Bethlehem in Middlesex. So going for Collins. Bethlehem is on the way to Wales. Right. Oh, Bedlam was in London. Was he talking about... Oh, right. Was he saying Bethlehem or was he saying... Yorkshire? Oh, right, okay. A village in Yorkshire. I no idea why they called Yorkshire Village Bethlehem, but let's go for Yorkshire Village in Bethlehem. I think we've got answers for everything then. Well, we've got something. Right. Oh.
Yes, it is the children's answer. Apparently,
All
it's
right.
seven
Okay.
colours in the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, of
So,
course.
what's your call to my yes?
The highest singing voice is soprano.
Yep.
Soprano. The first man to walk on the moon was Commander Neil Armstrong. So give yourself a point for that. Somebody in the comment box also explained to me why the third person didn't go onto the moon, because he was revving up the engine of the spacecraft ready to go home. So that's good of him. Which country's flag has a cedar tree on it? Well, that's Lebanon. Lebanon. The original name of Hamley's toy shop was apparently Noah's Ark.
Right.
Well done if you knew that. Noah's Ark was the original name for Hamley's.
A lot of animals, maybe.
What do the words rotavator, deified, and kayak have in common? Well, they are all palindromes. They are all palindromes. I'm laughing because it reminds me of that famous Monty Python sketch, the Dead Parrot sketch, where John Cleese squeaks.
So it's Carmarthenshire in Wales.
Palindrome? Anyway, they are all palindromes.
So we're saying this is Wales.
Rotavator, deified, and kayak. Marie Curie was from Poland, apparently. Wales. Marie Curie was from Poland. You would use a mashie niblick playing golf.
What is a mashie?
I believe it's the 6-iron. If you play golf,
a 6-iron. It's a golf club.
It's a golf club.
Mashie niblick.
The mashie niblick. And then the last question in the general knowledge round, the name of the Director General of the WHO is, let me see if I can pronounce this correctly, although, you know, I do know the name of the village next door to me. Llanfair Pwllgwyngyll, Gogerach Chwymdrofwch, Llantysilio Ocogoch. Still, if you can spell that in the comment box, spell it correctly, I will give you an extra point in this quiz. The Director General is Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus.
Yeah.
I hope I've got that right. I'm very sorry if I haven't, Dr. Tedros, but you have become very, very famous during these very troubling times. I'll give you a point if you just put Dr. Tedros down. I think that's pretty fair. Round two, geography.
Probably as far as my spelling goes on Ted.
The capital city of Brazil isn't Rio de Janeiro, it's Brasilia. So that was false.
That's false. We're good for that.
Question 12. London Zoo can be found in Regent's Park. Regent's Park. 13. Which British county can you find Bethlehem? Well, you'll find that in the Welsh county of Carmarthenshire. Sir Gaerfyrddin. Bethlehem in Carmarthenshire. Christian Aid in Wales did a walk from Bethlehem in South Wales to a place called Egypt, or Aifft, right up in the north of Wales about 3 Christmases ago. Good time had by all. Carmarthenshire is the county where you will find Bethlehem. Lots of people on the chat. I think they're mostly speaking to each other. Andy Jackson. Are you the same Andy Jackson that used to do the cafe in Greenbelt for Christian Aid, Andy? Can you mention the Commitment for Life scheme from the United Reformed Church, which has been supporting Christian Aid for more than 30 years? I've just done it, Andy. And thank you to the URC for that support. Where were we? Bethlehem was the answer to that. No, Carmarthenshire was the answer to that question. The furthest south city was Havana.
Oh, Havana.
Havana.
Who would have thought Havana?
The river which passes or touches the border of most countries is the Danube. It begins in Germany and it passes through or borders 10 other countries in Europe. That's the Danube. Which sea separates Croatia and Italy? Well, that's the Adriatic Sea. Excellent. The Adriatic Sea. The number of states in the US, I bet you were counting these on the tops of your fingers. How many states begin with the letter A? Well, there are 4. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, and Arkansas. 4 states with the letter A. New Zealand is part of Oceania. No, it isn't. Oceania. Am I right? I don't know. That's my pronouncement again. I'm really sorry. English is my second language after all. That's hardly an excuse.
We did have an Oceania in there.
Capital city, the highest altitude in the world is La Paz in Bolivia. La Paz in Bolivia. At 11,942 feet.
Right,
It's
right
very,
for
very
this
high.
Mariana Trench
That
now.
has. And then the final question in round two, to the nearest kilometre, how deep is the deepest part of the ocean? It is 11 kilometres deep, or more precisely 10,994 metres. That's very, very deep, but
It's
still
still
not
very,
low
very
enough for us to reach Donald Trump's models, I don't think. So that's the end of round two. What is your
No Harry Potter yet.
scores?
So
What have you done?
We didn't quite do as well on round two
Let's
as
see
round
your
one.
scores in the comments box. How well are you doing, folks?
Definitely a bit higher than
Anybody
Edinburgh.
getting lower than 5? I'm going to publicly shame anybody who's got lower than 5
We've not got lower than
in this
5.
quiz
We
this
are
evening.
6
for round
10,
2.
9,
Oh, very
10,
well.
11, 12,
Just the
13,
one round.
14,
That's going really well.
15.
Okay,
We're on
Helen
15
Roberts,
so
this
far.
is
15's not bad.
Quizmaster. Not doing so well here, though, she says. Oh, dear. 15 in total. Helen, Claire, Cecilia. Anybody beating 15? Anybody beating? Oh, yes. We have a 16. We have a 16. Oh, go. This is coming in quite quickly now. I've lost the 16. Where's 16? Let me find.
I'm not going to
16.
try
I
and
think
type into the
that's the
Christian Aid
highest,
box because
16.
if
John
I try to do that while we're
Stephen.
streaming, I suspect the whole thing might
Where are you
crash.
from, John? Carolyn and John, they got 16 in the first 2 rounds. I think they are. Oh no, we've got a 17, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Elizabeth Lambert, congratulations. I think you're probably in the lead after round 2. Should we go on to round 3?
15's respectable. Right, round 3. Is this the dreaded Harry Potter round?
Can anybody catch Elizabeth Lambert up? There's going to take some beating, I reckon. So, round 3. Round 3 is crime and punishment. Not sure why they gave me this one. Crime and punishment, true or false? True or false? Question 21. The USA has the world's highest crime rate.
We may have actually got all the answers down for 17 answers correct,
false?
but what I actually wrote on a bit of paper ended up being
the whole world
15.
Is in the USA. True or false?
What was that? Highest
Question
crime
22.
rate.
What is the age of criminal responsibility in England and Wales? The age of criminal responsibility
9
in England and Wales.
or 11?
That's 22. 23. What do you call
Oh, you're going too
an
fast, mate.
unresolved criminal investigation which remains open pending the discovery of new evidence?
Hang on, we've got Sue Shaw. Aren't you a
What do
solicitor?
you call
No, an accountant.
an unsolved
All the same.
criminal
Right, okay, we've
investigation
got someone who is
which remains open
very good.
pending the
No,
discovery of new evidence?
Ah.
That's an interesting one.
Criminal
Question
responsibility.
24. What is the current UK prison population? To the nearest 10,000, is it 40,000, 80,000, 120,000, or 160,000? What is the current UK prison population? 40, 80, 120, or 160,000 men and women? Question 25.
I have no
In which
idea.
decade was
Prison
the death
population.
penalty abolished in the UK? In which decade was the death penalty abolished in the UK?
No idea. Death penalty in the UK. 80,000 from Bonnie on prison.
Question
numbers.
26.
That sounds possible.
What is the name given to the wing of a prison where inmates are sent for misconduct?
80k on the news.
So if
That'll do
you
for me.
behave badly in prison, what's the name of the wing they send you to?
1960s for death penalty. 1960s.
the name of the wing of the prison where inmates are sent for misconduct. 27. Question 27. Which prison reformer was on the £5 note before Jane Austen? Which prison reformer was on the £5 note before Jane Austen?
Was that someone Lynn?
Any ideas on that one? Question 28.
Prison reform and £5 note.
Question 28. What does the term HMP stand for?
Fry, that's for one. Right. So, okay, we'll give them right orders. So, solitary.
What does the term HMP stand for?
That one, Elizabeth
Am I going
Fry,
a bit too
yes.
too quickly
Going
for
way
you?
too
I'll slow
quickly.
down. It's not a problem.
Okay. And not we can hear me when I say that, but never mind. Right.
What does the
solitary
term
confinement,
HMP
Fry.
stand for?
Elizabeth Fry.
I think this is a tough round.
It is a tough round. Right, Elizabeth Fry.
Question
HMP.
29.
Must be Her Majesty's Prison, doesn't it?
Strangeways
Yeah.
is a prison located in which UK city? I'll give you some choices. Where is Strangeways?
How do you spell
Is it a
Majesty?
prison in Manchester or Birmingham, London or Coventry?
Right,
Where
let's
is
get Majesty
Strangeways
spelled
located?
Right. M-A...
Manchester, Birmingham, London or Coventry?
Strangeways.
I can repeat some questions.
So we've got some. We've got three options.
I
for
can repeat some
Manchester,
questions if you
one
want me to
for
do
London.
that. Happy to do that. We've got
I
all night
wondered
after all.
London,
No
but,
worries.
Manchester.
We're not going anywhere
Manchester.
after all, are we?
Looks
And the
like
final
Manchester
question
has
of this
it.
round, and I will repeat some if you want me to do so.
Yeah.
Who founded the Metropolitan Police in 1829?
Who founded the
The
Met?
Metropolitan Police were founded in 1829. But who founded them? Who was the
I
founder
have no idea
of
who
the
the founder of
Metropolitan
Police is.
Police?
Put some answers in. I'm just
Now
going
then,
to
which question
let
would you
Nimbus
like
out
me
the
to
door.
go
Robert
back
Peel.
to?
Nimbus, are you going outside?
You
Right,
tell
let's
me
go
in the
there.
comment box and I'll go back and I'll repeat some questions because I think that was quite a difficult round.
It wasn't very difficult. So Robert Peel. Jolly good. Let's call
Let me
him
scroll up.
Peel then.
You need to tell me which question it is. All up to question 7. Okay?
Robert Peel.
Does the US have the world's highest crime rate? Yes or no?
Ah, okay. Does the US has the
The age of
was in
criminal
class, right.
responsibility in England and Wales. How
Does
old
the US
do you need to
have
be
the
to be
highest
responsible
crime rate?
criminally in England and Wales?
I know they've got a ridiculously high prison population. I can't believe
What's
they've
the
got the
youngest you
highest
can be?
crime rate. Let me just. What's the verdict? US
Three ones.
highest crime
What
rate
do
or
you
not?
call an unresolved criminal investigation? What do you call an unresolved criminal?
What are we thinking? America and crime rate.
Any ideas?
21, no.
Go through
I suspect, yeah, there must be places where there's more.
The current UK
Crime going on.
prison population. Is it 40,000? Is it
Right.
80,000?
UK prison population.
120,000? 160,000? That was question 24. Question 24, the UK prison population. 40, 80, 120 or 160,000? Question 25. In which decade was the death penalty abolished in the UK? In which decade was the death penalty abolished in the UK? That's question 25. Question 26 was this. When you're naughty in prison, where do they send you? When you've been naughty in prison,
I'm sure it's got a slightly more posh name than Solitary these days, but
the name of the wing they
I don't know a name for it.
When you've misbehaved in prison.
Oh, turn up the volume, sorry.
Name of that special wing.
How about that?
You get sent to. 26, that is. Question 27. Question 27 was about the £5 note. Which prison reformer was on the £5 note before Jane Austen?
Segregation, that rings a bell, yes.
Jane Austen, I think, is on the current £5 note. Well, who was on the old £5 note? Which prison reformer? That's question 27.
Yeah, that sounds a bit more, because Solitary sounds like slang. I'm sure it must have a posher name, or a posh name, a more formal name of that. Segregation.
What does the term HMP stand for? HMP. What does it stand for?
So we come about Her Majesty's Prison or Her Majesty's Pleasure?
HMP. Question 29. Strangeways is a prison in the UK, but which city is Strangeways in? There was a big riot there back in 1989, 1990. I was in university at the time. I remember live coverage on the BBC for days on end from Strangeways. Well, which city is Strangeways in? Is it in Manchester or Birmingham or London or Coventry?
So the question was, what does HMP stand for?
And then the final question in round 3.
Prison, not pleasure.
Who founded the Metropolitan Police in 1829?
So are we happy with all those? So America's not got the highest crime rate, 10 for criminal thingamajig, cold case, 80,000.
Okay, I'm told by the local postmistress in this village
1960s segregation. Yeah, that'll do us.
The note we're talking about is the £10 note, because Churchill is on the £5 note. They wouldn't put Churchill on such a low denomination, surely. Is that right? But this prison reformer replaced Jane Austen on a note of some kind in this country. It could be a fiver, it could be a tenner. But which prison reformer was it? We're coming to Harry Potter very, very soon.
Oh, great.
We've got some eager young people waiting for Harry Potter to come. Are we okay with round 3 now, folks? Yeah? We're done with round 3. Okay. We're going to the last round. A very special round for this evening.
Right, Harry Potter.
On Harry Potter. I'll take this slowly.
I know,
because
I know none of the answers to this.
The adults in the quiz will probably need to take their time over this one. The younger people will probably fly through it because they've read the books. I have to be honest and say that I haven't. So there's no point putting anything in the comment box telling me I'm incorrect about something, because I ain't got a clue. Okay? Harry Potter round coming up. Question 31. How old was Harry Potter when he started school at Hogwarts? How old was he? Was he 7? Was he 9? Was he 11? Or was he 13? Harry Potter,
I'd have thought either 11 or 13.
how old was he?
Because it
when
sort
he
of matches
started
school years, doesn't it?
At Hogwarts. 7, 9, 11 or 13?
What do we reckon? 11, seeing lots of 11s.
Question 32.
Yep.
You ready for this
Let's
one?
go for an 11.
Question 32. What is the name of Harry Potter's pet owl? You try saying that when you're giggling. What is the name of Harry Potter's pet owl? That's question 32.
Not still a clue.
Question 33. Who replaced Severus Snape as potions master at Hogwarts? Who replaced Severus Snape, good name, as potions master? What a title.
Right, potions master.
Potions master at Hogwarts School. Well, you either know them or you don't, I suppose. That was question
Definitely
33.
in the don't category there. So
Question
potions
34.
master. Who's going to get there first? Professor
Question 34.
Slughorn.
What number book
As you do.
in the series is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire? What number book in the series
Harry Potter
is
and the
Harry
Goblet
Potter
of Fire.
and the Goblet of Fire?
I think I've heard of that book, which possibly means it's the second one. Because
we ready
I can't
for
imagine there
35?
need to be others. Because it was Philosopher's Stone was first.
35 coming
Oh,
up.
book 4.
Whose diary plays
So
a
Goblet of
crucial
Fire.
role
Are we going for
in Harry Potter and the Chamber
book
of
4?
Secrets?
Book 4, 2 for 4.
Whose diary
Let's go for 4.
plays a crucial role in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? Is it Tim Riddle, Jim Puddle, John
hang on.
Ruddle?
So I just realised that I was
Tom
putting questions without putting them on the screen.
I'll read those 4 names again. Somebody's diary plays a crucial role in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Whose diary was it, ladies and gentlemen? Was it Tim Riddle's diary? Jim Puddle's diary? John Ruddle's diary?
Tom
Or
Riddle.
Tom Riddle's diary?
Tim Riddle or Tom Riddle? I think that's for Tom's.
That was 35. 35. This is question 36. Question 36. We are so close to the
Excellent.
end. Question 36.
Tom, brilliant.
What is the magical half horse, half bird from Harry Potter called? Half horse, half bird.
Isn't that a phoenix? Oh no, that's...
What is he called? This magical half horse, half
Not
bird, it
phoenix.
says here. Not sure why they say magical.
Pegasus.
You've got a whole herd of them in Snowdonia, but there we are. That was question 36. Half horse, half bird, what is it called? Question 37.
A hippogriff.
A year each way, How old was J.K.
About your
Rowling
superior knowledge.
when the first Harry Potter book was published? How old was J.K. Rowling, and we'll give you a year either way, how old was she when the first Harry Potter book was published? That's 37. That's the question that is, not her
No
age.
idea.
How old was
You
she
have to be a serious Harry
when she
Potter fan
published
to
the
know
first
that.
of the Harry Potter books? Are we ready for question 38? Yeah? What is Harry Potter's middle name? He's got a middle name, apparently. Who knew? What is Harry Potter's middle name? Can you tell me? That's question 38. Question 39.
In her 30s. Yeah.
Question 39.
How about
penultimate question.
38? Buckbeak.
In which month is Harry Potter's birthday?
36
In which
sounds good answers to me.
month is Harry Potter's birthday? I will give you a choice of 4, even though there are only 12 months in every year. Is it June? Is it July?
Okay.
Is it
Well-
August?
Ooh.
Or is it December?
Okay. James.
When
for the
does
middle
Harry
name.
Potter have his birthday? Which
Same middle
month?
name as me.
June, July, August, December. Any ideas? And now for our final question. Which charm
Right.
is used to fix Harry Potter's glasses? Which charm is used to
Oh,
fix
okay.
Harry Potter's
We've got September or
glasses?
July for the birthday.
Apparently he uses a charm to do that. I mean, he could have gone to Specsavers, I suppose, but he uses a charm, somebody uses a charm to
We've got
fix
June?
his glasses. What is the name of that?
Okay,
Sure.
not September then. That's fantastic.
Well,
July.
that's it.
And
That's
then
40
how you fit the
questions
answers.
that we have done together this evening. I'm sorry I rushed through that third round, but I think we've probably
All
done
right,
okay.
he has to be
haven't we?
July as he's young in the year. Okay, that makes sense. Oh yes, because that's part
Would
of
you
the
like the
plot,
answers
isn't
now?
it?
Are you
that
ready
he's,
for these answers?
Yeah, okay. Oculus Repairus. Oculus Reparo. I've no idea what the right Latin ending is, but there we go.
Section
Oculus.
3 or round 3 was probably the
Reparo
toughest
or
round of all,
Repairus?
wasn't it? Crime and punishment. Let's see how you did in these. Is the
Oh,
USA
The answers. Reparo.
does the USA rather have the world's
Reparo.
highest crime rate?
And are we going? Okay.
Well, it doesn't. So that was false.
Fine.
If you put
Okay,
false
okay.
for that, give yourself 1 mark. The highest crime
False,
rate
that's-
is apparently in Venezuela. In
Oh, good
Venezuela.
grief, that's
So
Venezuela,
question
right.
21, false. Question 22, the criminal age of responsibility in England and Wales is 10 years old. 10 years old.
excellent.
Question 23, the unsolved criminal investigation
Buckbeak, adding. Oh, Buckbeak.
is called a cold case. Did you get that? A cold case.
Wait, someone did.
That's the unsolved criminal investigation. 24. What is the current UK prison population? It's 80,000.
Well done, whoever
It's
knew that.
80,000. And I might have to join them after this performance this evening. Who knows? 80,000 people in prison in the UK at the moment. The death penalty was abolished, thankfully, in the 1960s.
Right.
It was actually abolished in 1965. But give yourself a point if you said the 1960s. The name of the wing of a prison where inmates are sent for being naughty is the segregation unit.
Well done for that one. Whoever got that?
A segregation unit. The prison reformer who replaced Jane Austen, be that on a £5 note or a £10 note, was Elizabeth Fry. Thank God for Elizabeth Fry and her prison reforms. The Quaker, I believe, Elizabeth Fry.
I wonder what she actually did.
What does the term
sure
HMP stand for? It stands for Her Majesty's Prison.
HMP.
Her Majesty's Prison.
Yes, we got that one right.
Her Majesty's Prison. HMP. What does the... Oh yeah, we've done that one. Sorry. Strangeways is located in Manchester. In Manchester.
Excellent.
And the Met was founded by Sir Robert Peel.
Fantastic.
Sir Robert Peel. Give yourself a point if you said Sir Robert Peel.
I'm sure I can admit the Sir. But,
which is probably why policemen are known as bobbies, I would suggest. Sir Robert Peel. Okay, how did you do in that round then? So let's go to Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Let's see how you did here. How old was he when he entered school? Well, he was 11, apparently. He was 11. The name of his pet owl was Hedwig.
Hedwig. Fantastic.
Hedwig. Give yourself a point for that one.
Probably just me who can't spell. But...
The person who replaced Severus Snape as Potions Master at Hogwarts. This happened apparently during the Half-Blood Prince. Was Horace Slughorn. Horace Slughorn, great name. Horace Slughorn. Question 34. The Goblet of Fire was the 4th book in the series. The 4th book, okay? And whose diary? Whose diary? Question 35. Whose diary? Well, it was Tom Riddle's diary.
Excellent.
Apparently, Tom Riddle and his diary that played such a crucial role
in
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Tom Riddle. Question 36. The magical half-horse, half-bird is called the hippogriff. The hippogriff. And just in case you were taken in, we don't have a herd of them in Snowdonia. Don't rush here to find them during the weekend, please, because Wales is still in lockdown. Sorry to say that. They're not to be found here. They are indeed a magical half-horse, half-bird creature.
Right.
The hippogriff.
So next one, the age of...
Question 37. How old was J.K. Rowling?
J.K. Rowling, that's all.
She was 32.
Oh!
Isn't that amazing? 32. Harry Potter's middle name was James. Probably still is, isn't it? James. Harry James Potter.
Right, when was his birthday?
Which month does he have his birthday? Well, he has his birthday in July, folks. In July. Amazing. And, sorry, I'm just looking at the comments. Oh yes, the last question. The charm that is used to fix Harry Potter's glasses. The Oculus Reparo. The Oculus Reparo. That's how he fixed his glasses.
So, most looks like we
have to go to Specsavers. Well, that's the end of our quiz. How well did you do, folks? I'm looking for some. I'm just going to try and collapse the window down to see How well are
what
you
we've been
doing?
saying, rest of
Add
the
your
chat.
first 2 rounds to your second 2 rounds, please. I think 17 was the highest score.
Right.
Somebody was 1 year out. Alex Mills, 1 year out. I guess that's J.K. Rowling's age.
35.
Oh, now then, Bonnie Clift, St Mary's Church, East Leek in Nottingham and Southwell Diocese, scored 35 out of 40. Well,
after a lot
that's
of
very good. 30 out of 40, 33 out of 40, 29.
Oh, we have done well. Oh, live video interrupted. Oh, he's possibly coming back. That might be it finished. Yeah, fantastic. Well, I think I'd have possibly got 5 or 6 first questions without you guys. I don't know if it's... Right, the stream has stopped for me. I'm just going to try... but thankfully it stopped at the right point. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Let's assume that is not doing its thing. Well, thank you so much for coming on and helping out. I hope you enjoyed it. I say, if you want to do any on your own, then there are Christian Aid quizzes that are being hosted every evening about 7:30, like that on our website. And there's also the sort of morning prayer that's happening each day Christian Aid Week as well. Other than that, it's been great to spend an evening, failing to type in answers correctly on the pub quiz. And I do look forward to when we're able to actually get and do a quiz night properly. 2 things just to say before we finish. I realised too late that we had, I'd still got the buffer settings set up. So when we're doing a live stream for Sunday services, what we do is we build in about a 20-second delay so that the sort of the YouTube streaming services can sort of buffer a bit, so that if we have a problem at this end, it sort of has lots of time to catch up on things. So if we do this again, I must remember to disable that, so that way we'll be having the comments that you type in coming up at much closer to the same time on the screen. So if we do it again, then we should be able to get that fixed. And as I say, there must be something else we can use this for. So I think it might be sort of nice to either do a bit of sort of, I don't know, a bit like sort of talent show or stuff. I don't know if sort of people, there's things that people have been sort of posting, either sort of doing party pieces or, just a second, I've got to let Nimbus out the door. Back in a sec. Go on, Nimbus. You go out. Or don't you want to go out? What do you want? Oh, Nimbus, we can't play... Okay. Nimbus is busy trying to get me to play Tuggy Tuggy with him. So let me just finish off. So I say, it'll be great to perhaps do some, I don't know, some sort of like online talent show or something. So we perhaps record some videos and things and sort of watch them together online. Or sort of, poems or songs or something like that. Who knows? Anyway, other than that, thank you again for joining us. And I do hope that sort of people sort of have a chance to look for the Christian Aid website, and because there's various sort of other stuff on there, both fun and games wise. Nimbus, will you stop? I'll have one more try to kick you out. No, we're not. Go on. There we go. Anyway, talent show. I think it could be good. The trouble with concert stuff is that it's quite hard to get different people's microphones in sync. So I don't know if you've ever been on the sort of a Zoom thing where everyone tries to speak at the same time. It really doesn't work well at all. But yeah, if we were to sort of record some bits and 5 or 6 items, go live and sort of wash them together and just have some fun, basically. Anyway, I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there for now. thank you again so much for turning up. Hope you enjoyed as much as I have. I'm going to go and walk a terrier now. Bye-bye, and see you guys on Sunday, if not before.